son asked him is, why did you take so long to come back? And, imagine what is going on in the head of Olevi, this 35, 34-year-old poor guy. Yep, this is unfortunately not a parallel universe. This is the universe that we live in. This is reality. This is happening in 2025. This is not a Second World War. This is today. And
can I add two things, David?
Yes, of course.
One thing was that I was told that he was shackled up the whole time and had to learn how to walk again, right? And if you notice on the video when he came out, he was limping because they kept them locked up like fucking dogs, okay? And then they also said that they fed them the last 2 weeks so that they didn't look so unhealthy. So you can't even imagine what they looked like 2 weeks ago. So they fed them so they'd come out and look nice and healthy for the world to see.
That's why they've extended or tried to delay or try to come up with excuses for not releasing the next lot.
And I read today that there were signs of life of another hostage that has shrapnel in his eyes and shrapnel in his body, and they've had him locked up in a cage, and he's not in a good mental health or state. And, again, like you said, maybe you're onto something, that they don't want to release him because of how he looks and how upset the world is over this, or people with hearts.
Daytime, I saw his mother on video today, and the way she cried, I never heard that. It broke my heart into pieces. He's gotta get out, because even the IDF didn't even know the condition that he was in. The fact that his eyes are like shattered, he's held in a cage.
Yeah.
The purpose, like a dog. The
terrorists that are in jail in Israel got 3 meals a day. They're not coming out starving.
Honestly,
some of them were begging to stay. They didn't want to come back.
I don't understand why the state of Israel is so merciful. Like, you're dealing with animals. In South Sudan, we shot every single animal and dog and criminal and got our independence. Israel is just like, I don't understand the humanity, why you guys get all these bullshit from. There's no way any other country apart from Israel will leave 1,000 terrorists for one person. No fucking way would ever happen. I don't understand your mind frame.
I think this war would have finished 10 months ago. I think it would have finished 10 months ago if it hadn't been for Joe Biden and fucking Kamala Harris.
Then Cypher, you're laughing. You want to say something, Cypher? Something on your mind that you think is so funny?
Yeah, y'all's rhetoric is weird to me. I don't have a dog in the fucking fight.
Hi, Oscar.
I don't have a dog in the fight, and I don't support.
But you're laughing at these stories, so it sounds like you have.
Yeah, because it's like the hypocrisy. Like, you guys killed 50,000 people, right?
No, we didn't.
You guys,
no, we didn't.
You did. So, and then we can go all the way back to why the war started. Well, are you going to allow me to finish? You're gonna allow me to finish?
Never happened.
I didn't disrespect anybody. So
the whole time you've been laughing, it's pretty disrespectful.
She asked me why. I'm telling you why. Can you hold your horses? So it's just the rhetoric, the hypocrisy, because the state of Israel has done so much shit around the fucking world and has effectively,
what have they done?
Directly killed millions of people. You did not have any support for blacks in America. You guys even say even your government. Can you allow me to finish? See, but here's the thing. This is the reason why I laugh, because as I'm telling you what the issue is,
you're not talking with facts. You're talking with nonsense.
So I am hitting you with facts. You just don't. The reason why I'm getting over talked is because you don't want to hear the facts and deal with the truth, right? So let's talk about how your governor, one of your government representatives, says that the biggest threat to Israel are black men, young black youth in America. Is what your government officials said. Yeah, and then also your government's police trained our police on how to abuse black Americans. You know what I mean? So just generally speaking, I don't support anything about Zionism. But even more so, if you're in a war zone, if you're in a fucking war zone for over a year and a half getting bombed on, What condition do you think that they're actually going to be in?
Do we actually have to listen to this?
Well, she asked me, and I'm just telling you. I understand that you're emotional, and that's okay. But it has nothing to do with me. I honestly don't give a fuck about that part.
We don't give a fuck about you. Trust
Yeah,
me.
I just wanted to land, and I did.
Okay, Cypher, can you explain how black people are threatening Israel?
Well, that's what your government official said in 2016. She said the biggest threat to Israel is black American youth.
Who is she?
Oh, let me pull the bitch up.
Black American youth.
Is Netanyahu transgender now?
Maybe.
Netanyahu's not his even real name. He changed his
That's
fucking
one
name.
reason with this guy. I want to get into the his lying.
I don't think we really do, but I mean, we'll try it. We'll take a shot at it. What's up?
Okay, but Cypher. Wait. חכה. Wait, Cypher. Black American youth, do they live in Israel or in the U.S.? Like, where do they live, these people?
America, no?
They live in the United States.
So how come they are a threat to Israel?
Because that's what your government said.
No, I feel like that's what Farrakhan brainwashed you to believe.
I'm about to pull it up, Adams.
Pull it up.
You're my boy, but stay out of it.
Pull it up.
How do you know Samuel Jackson?
I'm about to pull up receipts. Hold on, bro. Hold on. I got you.
One rogue member is the whole government?
I didn't know Samuel Jackson was a
No, it's not one rogue member. This is one of your government officials. This is your council official.
Yeah, one official.
Moesha? I'm about to pull it up. Hold on 1 second.
So 119 others didn't say it.
Guys, let him pull up this bullshit. Black American youth are a threat to Israel. What's the next slide that they are going to say?
Hear these comments. Watch this.
Black,
Is with the young generation of investors.
No one can hear you.
So just to give a little bit of context to what you're hearing, you're listening to Judith Varney Shore, an Israeli consul general in Atlanta. And she says, quote, the major problem with Israel is the young generation of the black community. I'm gonna say that again. How are our friends and allies in Israel saying they're consuls?
Varney Shore is not a government official.
What?
Who is she?
I never heard of this person.
No one we know.
It's with the young generation of black.
I don't know who is
So
Varney Shore.
let's Google. Hold on. Let's Google this bitch. Hold on. You said you don't know
Okay,
her.
let's
Google this bitch.
Google it and
Varney Shore.
Let's Google this bitch.
You're filtering.
Yeah. Connie Shore.
I want to say the
I mean, I don't care. Hey, listen, when you say the N-word, just know that you're actually giving a compliment. You don't fucking know it. Just know that. Just know where that word originates from.
It's Varney Shore. Varney Shore.
I can any place I want to say.
Wait, Cypher, Connie Shaw, Google please this person, and I want to know who she is.
It's called prejudice. You take one person and you blame the whole group for it, Cypher.
I'm
offended
One
by black
second,
people
Black
using my
Rabbi.
narrative. I'm
One
offended by
second,
black
Rabbi.
people weaponizing my narrative against Israel.
If a government official says something like that at a fucking conference and
But
is not
we never
corrected
heard about
immediately
Connie
or
Shaw.
redacts her statement, then you're
Listen, Cypher, we never
and those
heard
that
about
are
Connie
quiet
Shaw.
are actually supporting what she's saying.
She is not a government official. She works.
Yeah, the reason why you muted me is you don't want to deal with this bullshit.
She works at the Atlanta Jewish Federation. She has nothing to do with Israel as a state. She's
Thank you, motherfucker.
Can you explain that?
Another one.
Let's unpack this.
Another one of his lies.
Let's unpack this
What
shit.
else, Cypher? What else
What's
do you
the
want to
next slide?
unpack? Go ahead.
Well, you don't want me to unpack everything. You keep muting me.
Go ahead. No, I'm
There's a reason why. I'm pulling the goofy bitch up though.
because you're wrong.
Actually, guys, don't mute him. I actually love hearing how he debunks himself, how he cooks himself.
I mean, that's cool. If I do, I do. Fuck it. I don't have a dog in this fucking
own
fight.
it, or are you just gonna keep
Okay, Cypher,
letting
you have
everyone
another chance. I'll give it to you, Cypher. You have another chance to tell another lie.
I always got a chance. I'm just showing you what this is. I'm just showing you who this brought in.
The stage is yours. The stage is yours.
I'm just waiting for the blame to come out for the Jewish white supremacist.
For the Jewish white supremacists?
Cypher, the stage is yours.
That's right.
Cypher.
Yeah, I'm just pulling the broad up. Y'all don't want to hear this shit because you want to believe that you're all fucking just
but
right.
are you aware of the
shit,
fact
you know
that
what I mean?
Sally Shore is not an Israeli official?
You didn't even look it up, brother. I'm looking it up for you. You didn't even do the research.
Okay.
What is your name? What is your
Connie
name?
Shore.
Cypher. Who is she?
Connie Shore is an Israeli counsel. Hold on. Let's pull this up. We just played it.
Counsel is even in the government.
Hold on. For the U.S. Hold on. No. Just listen. Listen. You know what? Here's the thing. If you're going to have a real conversation, listen. We don't have to do all the interrupting and disrespect and muting mics and shit. I'll just show you the receipts that I got.
No one is muting you. The stage is yours.
That's cool. Hold on. I'm about to pull it back up for you guys so you can hear what she said.
Yes.
And this is an Israeli consulate official.
He's going to show us again.
This is an Israeli consulate. Are you guys going to let me speak?
He's not part of the government.
She is an Israeli consulate official. If your government doesn't have that fucking monkey bitch walk that shit back, if you don't have that shaved ape bitch walk that back, then you're effectively supporting what she said.
Everyone.
Who is she?
Guys, everyone mute up. I want Mordechai, the black rabbi. Please tell us, educate us. Who is this?
So this lady.
Only black rabbi.
She works for or is associated
alliance with Israel.
No. Wait, Cypher, mute up.
She made a statement about African American. The point is saying that this is nothing.
Fuck Israel. Israel.
Okay, fine. But the point is saying that this has nothing to do with the government, has nothing to do with the Ministry of Diaspora, has nothing to do with anything to do with the state. It's strictly to do with some random person who made a statement, and anti-Semites took that clip and it ran around the internet with it. But it has nothing to do with Israeli policy or anything to do with foreign policies.
Okay, thank you for that.
Was that anti-Semites or anti-Jews? I just want to know what the difference is.
It was anti-Semitic.
Yes, thank you, Mordechai, for clearing it out. If Cypher wants to tell another lie, Cypher, you're welcome to join the stage. And but please, when have some respect when other people speak.
Yeah, but no lies, eh? We don't want bullshit. No bullshit. Only facts.
Cypher, you're welcome to come up to the stage, but I
find it interesting as a person who grew up like as a non-Jew and converted to see like as a Jew that so many people around the world, whether it's their country or their actually ethnic group, they use Jews as a scapegoat to justify the failure of their ideology.
But Black Rabbi, actually, David asked you a very interesting question earlier on, actually. He was asking you because I asked you a question about, you remember you were talking about white supremacy, and then we were talking about Israel, and you said you've never felt more in tune with anywhere other than being in Mea Shearim amongst Jews in Israel. Yeah. And then David asked you a question which got completely shut down, and you were trying to answer that question in the other room, but none of them wanted you to answer the question. Do you remember what that question was?
What was it?
It was about you, because you come from a Muslim background, and I think David's question was quite interesting. Where did you feel? I know it's trying to sort of dissect, but where did you feel more sort of accepted in terms of who you are as an individual, your ethnic upbringing, your history, your family, your familial sort of surroundings? Where did you feel more accepted within the choices you've made in life?
So I would answer that, but I want to clarify one point. So I started off in Israel in like Be'er Sharim, Geula, Base Israel, but I've expanded, right? So that same connection that I felt there, I also felt in places like Nakalot. I also played in places like Tel Aviv, Haifa, up north, whatever. And there's all these different types of Jews. So Jews who do not keep anything are just as close to me as the ones that keep everything, right? So
you were accepted all around Israel, but
all around, and love, right? Because Israelis are coming from an environment of people who had to flee white supremacy or Arab supremacy to come to a region where they were safe, right? So that spirit of the country is the spirit that anybody who's African American connect to that is Jewish. Now, if you're not Jewish, maybe you feel like an outsider, and I can't respond to that. But the point is to say that the enemy that African Americans or any other minority group is dealing with is white supremacy. And what Israel is fighting against in the Middle East is Arab supremacy, a society that believes that if you're not Muslim, you have to pay additional taxes, right? You have to be subjugated to certain particular geographical parts of their neighborhoods, right? And so that same radicalism that dealt with Jews in this way actually also it attacks Muslims, right? And Muslims are suffering under Islamic radicalism.
Wait a second, Muslims are not suffering. 1 second, Rabbi. You got something wrong.
Muslims are
Wait a
suffering.
second. Wait a second.
Muslims
Why
are suffering
Muslims?
in the Middle
Wait
East.
a
Why are you
second. Let me
lying?
tell you something.
Yeah, Black Rabbi, you switching code right now, bro. I know you gotta fit in where you get in where you fit in, bro. You tripping right now.
Guys, one by one. Cypher, wait.
Wait a second, let me complete my thought. I'm Sudanese. No Sudanese Muslims trying to impose Sharia law in the entire Sudan. Shut the hell up about Muslim imperialism. Like, the way Muslims are suffering, nobody cares. The Muslim will blow themselves up in a suicide bombing like they did in my church. I don't give a fuck what is happening in the Islamic world. Morocco is not Islamic. Tunisia is not Islamic. It took the Spanish people 800 years to get back their land from the Muslims. Shut your mouth about Muslims being oppressed and all the bullshit. They would rather kill themselves and die. So look at the Israelis.
That's not true.
1.4 years. 1 second, love. You're not done. I'm not done. 1 second. There should be a single Muslim in Northern Africa. Look at Egypt. 110 million people. Most of them are Muslim. 30 million are Coptic Christians that ISIS killed. Shut the hell up about Muslims.
ISIS is American.
1 second. What the hell is wrong with you? Can you shut your mouth 1 second?
Yes.
I'm not done.
Hey, don't talk to that black woman like that, bro. Be respectful.
I know her. Don't worry. We've talked.
You don't know shit.
Everyone respectfully. Let Achik finish.
Thank you.
Yes,
Let me finish. There's only one Israeli Jewish state in the entire Middle East. There's about 49 states.
Yeah, it's Iran.
Wait a second. Do you know there's about 52 Muslim states that ban the Holy Bible?
No.
You could.
Okay, can we just go back quickly to Black Rabbi, because I wanted him to finish his dichotomy of these.
I just wait a second.
That's cool with you. If you can just finish.
No, why you keep Achik? Come on.
Let me.
Okay, finish. Achik, just finish what you wanted to say, and let's go back to.
Let me just wrap up.
Yes.
Like, look. Out of the 52 Muslim countries, the Holy Bible is not allowed. It's banned in the country. If you carry the Holy Bible, you're not allowed in the country. So why the hell do all Christian nations let the Quran in their countries when the Holy Bible is banned in their own countries? We should give the Muslims the same treatment they give us. None of this bullshit ever. Like, it's ridiculous. I don't understand. Just 10 more seconds. I don't understand why Israel. Shut up. I don't understand why Israel lets these people in their country. Jewish people are too kind, and I'm done. Bullshit.
Thank you, Achik.
So that's that. I think that's a very key point with what was shared. Not that it is in agreement with me, but I think it's something that us, people specifically from the West need to really think about. Is the fact that the ideology of Islam started in Mecca, started in Medina, and it spread throughout the world largely through violent imperialistic colonization, right? And so the argument that you hear the Muslim world make, and this is the thing that a lot of people in the West don't understand, how is this situation what it is today, right? And this is a person, like, you understand, I have Palestinian relatives, right? So I'm not coming from some place of us against them. I'm a Black American, you know what I mean? So I have empathy for people struggling, all these things. So I came here trying to make sense. I've been living in Israel for 8 years, and I've been with Palestinians, been with Kurds, Christians, all these people living my best life. But the point is to say that what I learned, the first thing I learned from the Palestinians that lived in East Jerusalem, you know what they told me? This is like, they're talking to a Black guy, okay? They're talking to a guy, they love hip hop, they know civil rights, they know our struggle. So they're talking to me candidly. And they said, hey, it's like this. Anytime Hamas needs money, they start sending rockets over to Israel. Israel comes and then takes out these locations where the rockets are coming from, and the Hamas people go and they raise money from the international world for the destruction. Right? This is the business model. It's a business model. All the Hamas people are billionaires, richer than Kanye and Beyonce combined. These people are billionaires, and they're supposed to be refugees, right? How did they become billionaires? From this business model, right? That's one point. Second point is to say that in the region as a whole, when you look at Syria, right, we're finding mass graves of hundreds of thousands of people murdered, people in Syria gassed by Assad, children, women and children, 500,000 murdered, broad daylight, the whole thing. You look at Iraq, all the different people who are being murdered. You look at Iran, women are being murdered just for wearing hijab, all these things. So when I say Islamic radicalism, it's not to say that to give a pass from the imperialistic aspect of the Muslim culture, but rather that this imperialistic aspect of the Muslim culture has turned against the Muslims and has subjugated them throughout the region.
No, you full of shit. 1 second. It hasn't subjugated the Muslims. There's a reason Somali is Islam. This is Islam. The thing you don't understand, the Black Rabbi, is you're full of crap. You've never come from a war zone where they blow up your church. They blow up your.
I'm in a war zone right now.
Everything.
I just want to say something quick. Sorry for interrupting. Please.
Makes me upset.
No one let Cypher be on stage. He played Nazi clip. Please, whoever put him on stage, put him down.
It's not me. It's not me.
He doesn't deserve to be here after playing this Nazi Hitler clip. Thank you, Cypher. You made your point clear. Yes, go ahead.
I just want to say something real quick. The Black Rock, you don't understand. There's people, Black African people say, pray for the Congo, pray for Sudan. You know what's happening in the Sudan? It's terrorists killing terrorists. Us South Sudanese don't give a shit what's going on in North Sudan for a reason. 1 second, don't even on mic, because you don't understand what's going on. Because I want to tell you something. Nobody wants peace. When the Black Africans, the South Sudanese, my people were dying, you didn't say shit. And I googled this. Your people didn't say shit, and other people didn't say shit. I'm telling you an example. There's a reason why the state of Israel has to exist, because since 1948, Israel has an army, has an air force that can fight back. There's no more Holocaust bullshit that's happening. When you come and say Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria, Zabaria,
I didn't say any of those
Somalia,
countries.
and other things.
I never said anything.
I'm sick and tired of you saying, bro, the Middle East.
I always spoke about
the Middle East
countries. That's it.
Bro, the Middle East. Wait a second. The Middle East starts in Africa. Wait a second.
Africa.
Is Egypt an African country or a Middle East country? Egypt is clearly
both.
in Africa. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So when you talk about Middle East countries, they start in Africa.
I didn't mention anything about Egypt. I didn't say Egypt.
Wait a second, my brother. You keep getting so emotional. the terrorism against the Jewish people starts in Africa. Egypt has a border with Gaza. Does that make it Middle East or does that make it African? This is what you don't understand. Egypt is double-sided. We're going to end Syria.
Semantics.
No, I'm not doing semantics. Egypt literally has a border with Gaza. How's that semantics?
Okay, but what does that
It
take
has a
away
border
from what
with
I just
Gaza.
said?
Because you're lying. You're lying.
About what?
And but the African continent and everything else. About the African continent. You're not getting the fact that us Africans are going to kill.
Okay, so Black Rabbi, can you clarify which countries did you mean?
Yeah, so what I was talking about, I said specifically, I said Afghanistan, I said Syria, I said Iraq, I said Iran. In Lebanon, I didn't even say Lebanon, but I'm saying it now. I'm not speaking on the Middle Eastern countries. And even if we want to talk about Egypt, a place where I actually lived physically, the country, the kids are literally walking the streets. Any person that comes are running to them, begging for money. Not only that, Mubarak, when he was in prison, I don't know how many years ago it was, he had $78 billion himself. So my point is $1 billion, not million, $1 billion himself. So my point is just saying that when we look at the condition of the Middle East, it has not been allowed to progress and connect to the West.
Egypt is in Africa. Wait a second.
I just want to say Ariota claims that he's a rapist. He said he raped many Arab children. I hope you guys.
This man is disgusting. He said play that.
He said he's a big time.
You should remove him for lying about children. This is disgusting. Thank you.
You should shut the fuck up. 1 second.
Guys,
Egypt
please
is in
continue.
Africa. I want to say something to the Black Rabbi. Egypt is in Africa. Stop saying your nonsense. Because Egypt has a border with Gaza and they have 3 walls with Gaza. 1 second, you did speak about. Don't lie. You're supposed to be a rabbi.
I went to Egypt myself.
1 second.
Kids are walking the streets begging for money.
No, 1 second. Egypt is begging for money. Jordan is begging for money. Tunisia is begging for money. Lebanon is begging for money.
But their leaders have billions of dollars. You don't see the problem there?
The problem is people like you, like Mubarak. Wait a second.
$1 billion would feed all the kids in Egypt. $1 billion. These people
Nobody
have been
cares
robbing,
about the
robbing
kids.
the Muslim world for centuries. Why are you giving
There's
them
no
a
such
pass?
thing as the Muslim world. Stop talking about the Muslim world. The
fine.
Muslim
Countries
world
that
is like
define
a
themselves
terrorist
as Muslim.
consequence. Wait a second. Black Rabbi, there's no such thing as the Muslim world. The Muslim world came because they conquered large parts of Asia, the Middle East. They should have stayed to Arab. Wait a second. They should have stayed.
Okay, can we pivot the conversation a bit now? Can we pivot this, please? Because this is like you're.
I'm so sick, like people like him.
All right.
Honestly,
Actually, let's move on.
They make me sick to my stomach.
Okay,
people.
fine, fair enough. I just look. I mean, I think Black Rabbi made it very clear that his
He is full of
experience
shit.
in
And it makes us sick.
his experience in Israel has been superseded by anything he's ever experienced before, and we welcome that. So Baruch Hashem to you, Black Rabbi, and thank you for sharing that. Moving on, I think David, do you want to go into the specifics about what Trump has decided to do with Gaza? Take it over as what I would call the 51st state of America. Norm, you might want to chime in on this. This is your baby as well. I think you've put shares down. You're ready to be the first minister of. Are you going to rename Gaza? What did you say you were going to rename it, Norm? To was it Americaza or something like that? I can't remember.
This is not funny.
I was thinking Mar Agaza.
Listen, it's not funny.
It's really not funny, and you know, as a black person, like I'm disgusted at the fact that people want to continue to insert this Pan-African black bullshit into something that has nothing to fucking do with the conflict at hand. Like it's very fucking weird. It's very fucking weird.
Well, you can rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America, but you can't rename Gaza? I don't think that's weird. I think that's quite a good thing. I think it needs to be renamed so we can move on with our lives.
No, but honestly, what does black Pan-African bullshit have to do with the conflict between Israel and Gaza? Like, I mean, it's crazy. There is no fucking justification. There is no fucking justification.
Where did Black African Pan-African? Did I miss something? I just came in.
No, you just came in. But the point
Who
is,
brought in Black African Pan-African?
So this is the thing. So the connection between Israel and black progression, black Pan-African, whatever term you want to use, is the fact that this is a minority group of people who've been abused by white supremacy and Arab supremacy, and have been able to be able to create a mechanism that they can have security.
Right. So along your belief, you should be coalition building with the Jews as opposed to booting clapping for fucking Arabs. So again, this is annoying. It is fucking annoying. No, I'm not gonna let you finish. I'm not. I'm not. No, I'm not. Because it's bullshit. Okay? It's bullshit. It's bullshit. This is not a black fucking issue.
Do you want to hear?
It's not a black fucking issue.
That's your opinion.
No, it's a reality.
No, I'm black too. I have my opinions. Am I allowed to say it?
I'm black too, and I'm telling you, it's not a black issue.
Thank you, A-Tech. Thank you.
Okay, cool. But can I
If you gave a fuck,
can I share as a black person
wait a
living in the Middle
second,
East?
I'm a black person too, and I'm talking.
But I live in the Middle East, though.
Wait a second, I live in Africa, so shut the fuck
great.
up.
I'm in Jerusalem.
So what the hell are you talking about?
I'm in Jerusalem.
You're black
and I'm talking about the Middle East.
I don't care. I'm telling you.
Because you put yourself there. Because you put yourself there. Again, you're not indigenous to that region. This has nothing to do with the Pan-African black bullshit. Okay? No, it's not. It's not. And I've sat here over the last couple of...
Let him. Just give him a black rabbi. You have a few seconds. Just say what you want and that.
Oh my god.
So just very quickly.
Yeah, finish quickly and that's it.
I'm going to. My ancestors were sold to America by Muslims, right? Coming to America, we were...
None of that has to do with fucking Israel.
Can I please finish?
Let that rabbi speak. Put some respect on that rabbi.
Let that rabbi speak. We don't care about your we don't care about your soft story. We all have the same soft story.
Can I please finish?
Okay, give him. Okay, black rabbi. 20 seconds. That's it.
Yeah,
Nobody cares.
I'm just trying to say the struggle of my. I'm just trying to say the struggle of my people with pride. What I'm saying is, we were sold into.
Yeah, we were sold too.
Can this Ashik dude shut the fuck up and let the rabbi speak? Jesus.
Can you shut up, you bitch ass motherfucker?
Jesus has nothing to do with this story.
Can we refrain from saying the N-word here?
If you take a look at...
Wait, guys. Mordechai. Yeah, 20 seconds.
I just want to speak 15 seconds. And I'm speaking for my grandparents that are in the heavens right now, and I'm speaking for them in Jerusalem. And I'm saying we were sold into North America by Muslims, and we were subjugated by white European Christians.
This is a disrespectful ideological invasion.
Why can't I talk?
Because you have no dog in this fight.
Okay, well, anyway.
You fucking BHJ Muslim piece of shit. Go open your...
Can I be in the queue?
I just want to finish my point. So all I'm saying is, so me being in Israel, and I see how the Jews have to subject themselves to Arab supremacy, and they're influenced by America, which is coming from a lot of phrase of white supremacy. The liberation of and expansion of Israel is connected to the liberation of the imagination of all black people on planet Earth who've been subjected.
No, all black people don't give a fuck about you. Shut up about all black people.
Listen, sorry.
Talking about all black people.
Thank you, Mordechai. Thank you.
Thank you with your bullshit.
Thank you.
Shut the fuck up.
If you
Not
look
all
above
black
the Trump
people care about you.
the Trump fanatics have now really renamed the Gaza Strip. So please, can you? Yeah. If you could please look upstairs at the renaming of the Gaza Strip.
I ain't gonna lie.
In the chat.
גיל, אני בכוונה נותן לו לדבר כי הוא אומר דברים טובים בשבילה.
דייגו. בסך הכל כן, אבל להוצאת השכל.
בסדר, לא אכפת לי שזה אין את השכל, העיקר שאומרים...
בדיוק, שזה אין את השכל.
Them out.
אין לי בעיה.
What a crazy weekend Diego had.
Stop.
Shout out to Joe Bizzle. I just wanted to say, I feel like Trump's plan for Gaza is an ethical alternative to what we were experiencing these past couple of months. Okay, Palestinians were dying, and it's clear as day that the ones who run things on the ground in Israel are Israelis, okay? Even if we're not discussing Israel and the land of Israel, if we refer to Gaza, it's clear that who runs the show on the ground in Gaza is Israelis, okay? If Americans say stop, it seems as though Israelis once upon a time saw that as a provocation to do more.
Who built the terror tunnels in Gaza?
Especially during the Biden administration. Okay.
Who built the terror tunnels in Gaza? Who shot rockets towards Israel in the last 24 years?
Why are we asking obvious questions in the middle of this?
David, what's very obvious that's happening here is Black America is trying to insert their black bullshit into the middle of this conversation that has nothing to fucking do with what is happening in Israel and Palestine. So again, at the end of the fucking no, listen. I've sat here on this fucking app and I've listened to this black bullshit over the last fucking year and a half. Okay? This shit is fucking annoying. This shit has nothing to do with Black America.
He didn't even mention Black America. This is kind of crazy.
Wait one second. I just want to say something. McCandle, whatever the hell your name is, you people didn't fight for
you
any
people.
What happened to the Congo?
That's kind of crazy.
One second, let me finish. You didn't fight for the Congo. You didn't fight for Syria. Wait a second. You had said nothing for Syria. You said nothing for Lebanon. Our beautiful Maronite Catholics are in Lebanon. We love the Lebanese people. We must take them all in. What the hell? You never protested for them? What the hell? And then now in Gaza is a terrorist hellhole. And there's another 77. Why do you keep dead bodies there? And you think this is a civil rights movement? The only thing you're protesting is your shit fucking life, because you can't buy a house, you have no girlfriend, you have no bitches, you have no kids, you have nothing going for you, so you hate the Jews.
He's confusing me with his PTR and his voice. That's confusing.
Right. You know, the conversation about Gaza and Israel has taken a backseat to Black America actually improving Black America. Like, where the fuck are the priorities? Stop getting into the middle of shit that has nothing to fucking do with you. Y'all have literally been the biggest voices on this fucking app about an issue that, number one, of a place that you don't even come from. Number two, a place that you have no fucking dog in this fight. It's annoying. It's fucking annoying.
Makanda, look at you. You have the glasses.
This really pulls at his heartstrings.
Makanda, you look like a woman. You have fake glasses. You have like a bearded forehead, like you're like a Sharamota Kusumkum. What the hell do you care about the Palestinians? Shut up. You should care about the Maronite Christians in Lebanon. We love them very much.
Thank you. They're more worried about their grievances about Jewish people fed to them by Farrakhan in the U.S. as opposed to looking at the mechanics behind this global political issue that's happening. Stay in your fucking lane.
There's 11,000 African Americans that live in Israel.
That part is true.
Ashik, you're the one from Sudan, right? Ashik, are you willing to answer that?
South Sudan. Get that correct. South Sudan. Wait a second. It's South Sudan, not Sudan. Number one.
No problem.
Number two, what's your next question? Of course, I remember you too. I have a long memory too. What's your question?
Because of that clarification.
GDP per capita.
South Sudan. What's your question?
You told me that the Israelis supported South Sudan, hence your support for the Israelis. This
I love the Israelis. God bless them. Thank you for Israel.
$334 is the GDP per capita for that.
Who gives a shit? We're independent.
Wow.
Might be.
And we'll win. Wait a second. You anti-Semites come with the most. I told you I'm proud of Israel. I love Israel. I support Israel. What's your next question, Makandal?
Hey, Chuck.
There's nothing wrong with supporting Israel.
Let the lady go. Let the lady go. Go ahead, Ann. You can't even come with a question.
Yeah, sorry. So, Ichak, I mean, so when you say, like, that means that we will win, what does winning look like?
Winning means that the Jews can finally live in peace. The Israelis can finally live in peace. Lebanon can finally become a Christian country again. The Muslims in Syria can fuck off. The ones in Egypt can fuck off and leave people alone. And there's flights between the good Muslim countries like Syria, eventually when it'll become good. Lebanon, a Christian country again. Israel, a Jewish country, 100%.
Nice.
And Saudi Arabia normalizing with Israel. That's what we want, the good people to win in their countries. And then Judea and Samaria, President Trump has to recognize Judea and Samaria are part of the state of Israel. You're not fucking about. They stop calling it the West Bank. They call it the West Bank or Jordan. That's bullshit. Call it Judea and Samaria part of Israel, and then we can win. And that's it.
I mean, that's what everyone in the region has wanted all along. Essentially, they all wanted peace. So, and that, I mean, so that it sounds beautiful. That picture you just painted for me sounds beautiful. That hasn't happened. So, like, this solution, which, I mean, Trump's given, like, little ideas of what him and Netanyahu have, come up with. I think it goes deeper than, like, the surface talking points that they do. And now all Americans are talking about it, freaking out and coming up with conspiracy theories, which is not healthy. But essentially, I mean, we know that the people that are in that region, all of them have been there this entire time, right? They were just back during Jesus' time. They were just named something else. So, like, now, these people, it's not like they just showed up. Like, Palestinians just showed up. It's not
That's
like
not entirely
Jews
true,
just showed
though.
up. These people have been in...
No, that's not true. Let me correct you, Anne. Let me correct you, Anne. That's not true. The Palestinians were not mentioned until 1962.
Well, you didn't hear
Let
what
me correct you.
I said that all of the people that are there have been in that area. They just were called something else. So, like, over time...
Well, that's not entirely true, though, Anne.
It's not entirely true.
That's the point.
Hold on,
No,
you're right.
I mean, because a lot of people came there for they immigrated there.
Okay,
A lot of them immigrated.
A lot of Jews, yeah.
Okay, so, like I was saying, yes, I understand that but majority of the people there have always been there. Can we at least say that?
100%. The Jews have always been there.
No, you can't say that.
Wait a second. The Jews have always been there. The rest are the Arabs, the Palestinians, and Palestine is in Jordan.
I understand. Lebanon was in Syria, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah,
so you should understand. These people, there's no such thing as a Palestinian state, Sister Anne. Nothing. It should never exist. This is a terrorist hellhole that should never exist. Look what they did with Gaza. Can you imagine them having an air force, an army, and everything? Forget Gaza and the Palestinians are in Jordan. Queen Rania is Jordanian. You can take her people or fuck off and shut the fuck up. We're sick of these people. Enough of them. Leave the Jews.
Look at the great things some of these Arab countries have been doing recently.
Why can't the Jews put the other countries?
And then look at Gaza. Like they turn it into like a mess.
No, so when I was asking what does that look like, HF, of like what is that piece? So like where are we putting them? Where are we putting them?
To Egypt.
And then when they say we're relocating the Palestinians, that is a very loose term,
Canada said they take some.
Because that can be subjective depending on, right?
Wait a second, I'll tell you.
Hi, David. How are you?
Wait.
What the heck?
Wait a second, and
I just want to say something, guys. I'm sorry. I want really to say something real quick. Like real quick. There are a lot of people talking here about Palestinians.
Can you put her down?
How about you shut the fuck up and raise your hand, you dumb bitch? No. Nobody cares if she's Palestinian, she's in America. Who gives a shit?
Achik, don't. Wait, don't let her speak for a second.
She's so rude.
HF question was about to break it down. Like, he was talking.
Trying to tell her.
Like, why does someone get to come up and just interrupt him? That's rude.
Exactly.
Listen,
thank you so much.
Israel. As long as he's pro Israel, he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
1 second.
It's my turn.
Like, I just want to answer her question. The woman asked me a question. They can go to Egypt, number one.
Okay.
Gaza.
Wait, hold. They're not going to go to Egypt. Egypt is not going to take them.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will go to Ireland, and they'll go to Spain,
Canada,
and they'll go to Norway, they'll go to Canada, they'll go to Sweden. Who cares where they go? As long as they leave the.
Okay, guys, we heard Chicken and thank you. We went to new voices here in this room. Sakura, yes, go ahead, please.
Thank you. He likes her.
Go ahead. What's your problem? What's your problem?
She's actually fat in real life, by the way.
Oh, don't say that.
No, Achik, please respect.
Yeah, don't say that.
This is crazy. Okay. All I want to say that these people, they're talking about Palestinian. There is no such a thing as Palestinian. You cannot call a people Palestinian if they didn't have a state. They are Arab. And that's it. That's what I want to say. And Palestine never exists, will never exist, and will never fucking exist. What's gonna happen is this place is Israeli. I don't want even to United States of America to take it. I want Israel to take it, to be honest, because that's the blood of the IDF was just like being dropped there. That's the blood of every single one who's just being dropped there because of this son of a bitch. I want Bibi to finish them. I want Bibi to finish all of Hamas, and there is no such an innocent people in Hamas.
Finish them. What does it mean finish them?
Not budget, shut the
finish
fuck
them.
up.
I will tell you what does it mean. I will tell you what does it mean.
Means getting rid of all the.
I will tell you what does it mean finish them. I will tell you what does it mean finish them. Is to fucking annihilate every single piece of shit of Hamas in the tunnel. Yes. I would rather. Yes. I would rather.
Yeah, that's not somebody advocate for you. Guys
You're exactly like Hamas. You're not a part of Israeli thought.
No. Why am I like Hamas? Okay. Why am I?
Hamas is equal to Al Qaeda to the Americans. Al Qaeda is equal to Hamas.
I can't imagine.
He called me Hamas. He called me Hamas because I don't want. He called me Hamas because I don't want Hamas.
You're not sure. No one in Israel thinks like you. You're just some
Black
outsider.
No, she said annihilate Hamas. Everyone in Israel thinks.
Outfits with green bandanas that can't even show their fucking face. They're pussies and they all deserve to die. What they did to the Israelis.
You're outsiders.
Black Rabbi, she said she wants to.
I'm an outsider. Guess what? My American
She said she wants to annihilate all of Hamas. I don't see it.
No one. Trump's my president, and he's gonna support
everyone in Israel.
You get him, Sean.
She said, no, Black Rabbi, she said she wants to get rid of Hamas, everyone.
No. She said she wants to wipe out everybody in Gaza.
No, she said Hamas. She said Hamas.
She did not say wipe out everyone in Gaza. Please do not say
Hamas.
She said Hamas. She said Hamas. She said Hamas.
I got the unit and I'm ready for my Hamas because I'm going to make it hummus. I'm going to turn them into...
Hamas is such. Listen to me. I would never in my life. Yes, I would never believe that you are a Jew and you would just like advocate for Hamas. You're a disgusting person. Hamas, they are the one who's doing the 7th fucking October. Yeah, they are the one who's bringing this blood, the blood of every single hostage right now. What's their? What?
Who's advocating for Hamas?
You
hear that? I do more Israel advocacy than you, your mother, your daddy.
Oh, really? I would rather believe. Listen. I'm not in here to accuse anyone, but my point here.
Talking about I'm saying if any little low life citizen says.
Okay. I'll stop it because Black Rabbi, you clearly misunderstood her. She said Hamas. I don't know what you
but she's saying I'm advocating for Hamas.
She didn't say she's advocating for Hamas. Like,
we do not believe in killing Palestinians.
I have a question for every
Black Rabbi. That's not what she said.
For all the Jews and pro-Zionists in the room, if she says she's advocating for Hamas,
She didn't say that. She's
advocating that all Hamas members are ended, annihilated. My question
is, what are you talking about? What do you think about me? You rabbi, black rabbi, you think that when you say, "Oh no, we don't want really to get rid of Gazan people," they would just like be with you? I know these people.
My question
I know these people.
Zionists and all
Keegan.
I'm gonna have to talk about them all. I just want to ask one question. When people say that all Hamas members should be annihilated, does that also do they believe for the prisoner releases that they've already exchanged? Are those also Hamas members? There's thousands of prisoners that they've released, or are those just prisoners? Which ones are they?
They are convicted criminals. They are convicted
criminals. A 14-year-old child who has no way to advocate for themselves. What are we doing right now?
Exactly.
Zero tolerance for
14-year-old criminals around the world.
Zero tolerance for the criminal. Zero tolerance for the convicted criminal.
Throwing a rock, and you guys want to kill him.
Maybe the 14-year-old shouldn't have beat up the police officer.
Vegan, I know white supremacists like you failed to kill Jews in Europe, but now they have their own state. Jews can shoot back. So shut the fuck up. Jews can shoot back.
Jews are some of the most wussy, stiff little cucks I've ever met.
Whoa, what's with the Jew hate?
Exactly.
I mean, don't make them intimidating. Jews don't intimidate white Europeans.
We have some kind of people. No, we have some kind of people. They are licious.
They don't intimidate us.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Who's us?
She keeps saying we, like.
Okay, there are some people, there are some leftist people that they think about the two-state solution, that they think that these people, those leftist fucking communists, fucking communist leftist shit. I hate these people. They are the one who's ruining right now the West. They are the one who's ruining everything. They're bringing this motherfucker Islamist fucking Sharia law in the West. And right now, they are right now advocating for the two fucking state solution. There is no such a thing as a two fucking state solution.
Well, we just had one. Hamas had a state, and we see what
they ruined it. They ruined it.
Yeah, they had a state. And now they showed us their intentions. You can't,
It could be the next
crazy is doing the same thing again, expecting a different result, right?
So rather than build up the economy in Gaza, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take some hostages and start a war. Very smart.
You understand why the Jewish people don't understand Arabic by now. Apply sovereignty to Judea and Samaria. Take the whole thing. Who gives a fuck what they're going to do? Are they going to blow themselves up? Who gives a shit? They're going to blow themselves up either way. Who cares? Take Judea and Samaria, apply sovereignty to the entire region because it's only 9 miles from Jerusalem to Tel Aviv. It's not that far. Take the entire strip and fuck them. What are they going to do? Shoot you again, blow themselves up, rape your women, burn your kids alive? They've already done that. So why the fuck do you give a shit what the whole world thinks? Time and time again, the whole world has betrayed the Jewish people. Look at the anti-Semites on the stage right now. You really think they give a shit what Jewish people do? Take it.
And Keegan,
and tell people to shut the fuck up. And it's the whole world.
Keegan, if the 14-year-old was beating up an Israeli soldier or something, then he deserves.
He didn't though. He didn't. He didn't have a trial yet. He hasn't even been convicted. They charged him. He hasn't even had a true trial yet. Talk about that. This isn't even the West, right? This is this own weird Israeli law. They're not even the West. Well, they don't follow Western rules.
Luigi's in prison and he didn't get convicted yet.
Yeah, he's waiting trial. He's awaiting trial. But I just heard from Zionists and Jews on the stage say that every prisoner was Hamas and deserves to die. A lot of these people haven't even gone to trial yet.
How can anyone say that so much?
What are we doing right now?
I just don't even know how
Nobody said that.
They're trying to take care of business.
Many people said that.
Our lives.
Israel's trying to take care of business. Let them do it.
A mod literally said yes. All of the hostages, all of the prisoners were Hamas members and deserve to die.
Keegan, you're like a little.
That's not true.
I never even said that.
That's why you don't gaslight right now. That's what you said.
Not all the prisoners are guilty. Just for the record.
Bro, I speak with my chest, bro. I speak the truth. People like you are just mad because Jews can shoot back for the first time in like 2,500 years. So shut the fuck up and let them fight
they won wars in the last 50 years.
Okay, to be honest, but to be honest,
Keegan, you're not even Arab.
In the Middle East has has their hands clean. So let's make that.
Nobody has
okay.
their hands.
No. Why is anyone pushing back?
Keegan, just look the other way, Keegan.
Over time.
Keegan just seems like a Palestinian sympathizer, period.
Wait a second, let Anne finish, please, guys.
Why? Why the disrespect? There's no one that has their hands clean in that region. I would like to know if we're relocating Palestinians, who are the Palestinians that they're talking about? So is it like all the Muslims?
Gaza.
And
Gaza.
Just the
ones who are living in a demolition zone in Gaza.
Wait, hold on.
Can I answer, Anne?
Are they all?
Can I answer?
No, the ones who want to leave, they deserve to have a nice life in a safe home.
My point is that there's no Hamas there's no people that you guys want relocate out of the region that aren't spread out throughout Jordan, Syria, Lebanon. So none of that's going to be touched. It's just whoever's in the Gaza Strip.
Definitely not Lebanon. Wait a second. Lebanon.
No, I want to know. Like, I don't want bullshit.
Look,
we don't want Lebanon. I'm not saying that I want this. I'm saying what President Trump said. It's a pretty good idea.
I know it's not what you want. I'm saying what am I not missing?
Gaza is obviously a demolition zone. By the way, did you know that nobody really owns Gaza? It's officially, under international law, a refugee camp.
That's a fact.
These people are refugees, and they deserve to live safely and securely in nice homes.
I don't think.
They don't even have a vote at the UN.
I don't think you're understanding what I'm asking. I'm saying that, never mind.
No, say it now.
They don't even have a vote.
I guess I don't know how to word it.
Everyone gets a vote at the UN.
It's not that anybody
even North Korea.
Nobody wants to forcefully ethnic cleanse or displace Palestinians. What's going on is that there's been a war, which, by the way, Israel didn't want, and it's now, at post-war, it needs to be rebuilt without the terror group that started the war, Hamas. And to that end, Trump is proposing building housing in a place like the Sinai that's safe and secure, and letting the decent people of Gaza have a new chance, a reset, a new life in safety and security, and not be in Gaza.
I mean, that is just
every country in the world.
Well, let me push back though, Norm.
Wait, I want you to, but let me just finish. In every country in the world where there's a war, the people are allowed to leave. They're being held prisoner there. There's 7 million refugees from Ukraine, millions of refugees from Syria. It's ridiculous to apply a different. It's ridiculous to apply a different standard to the Palestinians of Gaza. It's not fair to them. That was my.
Well, I just want to be fair though. Okay, most of us, and I know I'm pro-Israel and all that, but that is at the end of the day. Whether it was intentional, which it's kind of hard to say, it's not. It is ethnic cleansing. I mean, that just
definitely not ethnic cleansing.
It's not looking. That doesn't look good.
Well, if you're casting it in the wrong light, they're refugees. It's not it's not their land, it's not permanent land, it's Gaza. It's a refugee camp. It's now a demolition zone. It's not safe for them. They've been under siege for a long time. They're also being oppressed by Hamas. We need to push reset. There's no cleansing, there's no...
Sure. Ethnic cleansing, it only means that you get rid of... Hold on, you've been talking the whole time. Ethnic cleansing just means you remove a group of people of a certain ethnic group, okay, from a specific area. It doesn't matter if it's their land. I mean, I'm not trying to.
Step one is to let those who want to leave. They're being held prisoner now. Let them leave. They want to go. They want out.
What refugee camp has President?
Egypt won't let them in. Jordan won't let them in. They're stuck. There's nowhere to go.
Well, they can go to
Canada.
Sinai.
What type of refugee camp has elections?
Send them to China.
Okay, I could be. Okay, you guys, forgive me and everyone say.
But they only had one election, and they voted in Hamas, and then they called off the elections.
Hello. Okay, I may be a little stupid and dense, asking this. I'm a little behind, but as far as the Middle East goes, who is it? Where's the UN right now? Aren't they the ones?
It's in New York.
No. I thought they were the ones that were supposed to be, maintaining the peace in the Middle East. No. No.
You're thinking like UN peacekeepers?
No, I'm asking. Isn't that what
they are in the northern part, bordering Lebanon. There are UN peacekeepers, but not
peacekeepers. They're no peacekeepers. They're UN observers. There's a big difference.
Right.
Sorry.
Because that's essentially Like, who's supposed to be taking care of that, right?
I mean, their government, which is Hamas, should be taking care of them, but they're not doing a terrible job.
But you know what I'm saying? But the UN has intervened because of the conflicts that have been going on.
Yeah, the UN can't do anything there. It's not. It's not a place. The place is not controllable. It hasn't been controllable.
My point is, then why was the United Nations even put in place then?
Exactly.
No, I really, and I'm not saying
it's just a very tall building where people talk to each other. That's all it is.
You would have to have like a full-on fucking. Think of it like this: like when you had all of the U.S. troops and NATO troops in Iraq and Afghanistan, and yet you're still dealing with IEDs and ambushes and terrorist attacks. You need a very large force, and even then, it's not going to necessarily be. They do, so it's not. You can't just send a few observers and expect them to keep the peace. It's not realistic.
Yeah, but I guess I just didn't know because I've never even heard them intervene or do anything here in the Middle East. And I will stand corrected, but I thought that was like literally what they all came together to do. So they clearly didn't mean what they said when they implemented.
You remember at the beginning of the.
Who just
How about you shut the fuck up, Ikusumkum? Why do these terrorists always come in here?
You're not doing the ethnic cleansing, are you?
I think he's a Christian Palestinian. I think he's a terrorist.
He just came here yelling. I didn't even remove him. Someone else did. That wasn't me. But all I'm saying is the Palestinian problem should go to Jordan and should go to Egypt, not Lebanon, not Syria. That's where they come from.
As long as they don't come in the West, I mean, that's the one thing where anti-Semitism's been kind of growing in the West. But if they really want to, hold on a second, dude. But I mean, it's not really a group you don't want to unload.
Can I be real? Like, this is like imperialism. This is imperialism. And when has ever imperialism worked in history? Then please tell me I'm open. When has that ever been worked out?
This is not imperialism, man. I'm telling you.
And when you look at things as a big picture, look at the broader stroke of it. It is way bigger than just
the British.
Wait a second.
Empire got very, very wealthy.
Yeah, that's
I think this is something. When Europe invited 1.5 million Syrians, they invited anti-Semitism. When Canada invited 100,000 of them, wait a second. You invited anti-Semitism. The Arab Muslim world, when you bring in immigrants from the Arab Muslim world, you bring in anti-Semitism, you bring in higher crimes of rape, you bring higher crimes of incest, you bring higher crimes of suicide bombing. Why do you think a terrorist attack and a suicide bombing didn't happen in France since 2015 till they brought in these people from Syria and Jordan?
Well, and who are the groups that largely do it?
Exactly, they're Muslims. You have to speak
no, it's not largely Muslims. Like, I can go into it. We can even look at the Jewish organizations, and yes, there's Catholics that do it too. No, yes, absolutely.
There's not Catholics that do it.
What Catholic is going to export themselves?
Sure. But I mean, there is like
you're stopping Catholicism. No,
that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, you have to go back to the Crusades.
We're not. We're not talking about.
The Middle East, so.
Yeah, we're not talking. We're talking about the people who want to bring in these fucking cockroaches from the Middle East. And let's be clear. There's a lot of there's the Catholic NGOs, but then the Jewish ones are kind of a pain in the ass too. And as we saw the last 4 years in our own country, the United States. But we don't want. And you see how fed up Americans got with the immigrants we got. The last thing we want are fucking Palestinians living in the West. They just, the rest of the Middle East doesn't want them, and we don't want them.
But there's a lot of immigrants in the past 3 years that have just kind of all gone into whatever country they wanted to. If you've seen what borders were open, how many the UK, how many did the UK, the US? There's all these people that have taken in all these immigrants. It's we're just relocating people where we think, or whoever's we is. Should go, and I don't understand how this is going to end up as a good solution.
Well, you're end up as a good solution.
I still think Iran is the best place for the Palestinians to go. Iran has plenty of property. They can open up 26.2 miles of land. Send them to Iran.
That is a good idea, right? That makes sense to me.
We can do a deal with the Iraqi government.
But I'm saying, does that make sense, though, David?
I think the Palestinians would definitely do well in Iran.
They've never done well anywhere they've gone. Even if you look at Kuwait, if you look at Kuwait, for example, they actually were doing very well. They weren't just the laborers. A lot of them, they ended up getting like really good jobs. They became an educated class where they were the dentists and the doctors and all of that shit. But even still, they couldn't help themselves. They had, you know, when Iraq invaded, they had to help. They had to overthrow the Kuwaitis. I mean, who wants to deal with their shit? It's persistent with them.
So that's why Jordan is scared of taking him, because, you know, the first time they almost tried to overthrow the king.
I don't think that aren't most of the people that live in Jordan.
And then Egypt took some, and then look what happened there. They had the Arab Spring.
Yeah.
So yeah, some of these people are pretty dangerous.
And most Palestinians in Jordan, look, Queen Rania, she's Palestinian. 70% of them, they did the Black September in 1973, with about 40,000 Palestinians got killed. Palestinians are like the herpes on the ball sack of the Middle East. Nobody wants them. Nobody would even open the doors to them because they block everything literally and figuratively that they go into.
But to be fair, the Saudis and the, you know, if any country deserves them, and I mean truly deserves them, it's Qatar. I mean, they weaponize these people for generations, and they should be forced to live. They should be forced to live with their little monster that they created.
No, but doesn't Iran fund them? And I correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't Iran fund them?
But they're not going to take them. They don't have the ability.
No, but that would make
It's too small. Qatar is too small for them.
No, I know, but still,
I mean,
it would be poetic justice though to see happen.
I mean, that would make the most sense, but I mean, I guess it's not going to happen. From what you guys are saying, you're shutting it down.
Yeah, any Middle Eastern country that's a monarch would be scared of taking Palestinians.
Okay.
Conversation.
So that's why they gave me Iraq, Afghanistan.
What?
Like, not many options out there.
You say, David.
Maybe Egypt.
Oh no, not after. They're not. Why should they have to take them?
Because they're not a monarch.
Yeah, but they've been freed from them. They were under like.
You're saying racist.
It was like 20 years that they had. They were
very racist.
That Hamas had control over them. Why should they have to deal with that?
Palestinians not a race. You fucking moron. They're not even ethnically different from their neighbors.
When we say that we're going to relocate the Palestinians, that's what my first question was. Who are the Palestinians?
I did test. They are a race. They are 100% a race.
They're not a race.
Really?
They're just gods.
Okay.
Have you done like
Let me handle this. Really. You're a Somali in Wales. Shut the fuck up and stop drinking.
Honestly, what?
Exactly.
Okay.
Stop drinking. Look, I'm gonna drop you and sober up. You're in Wales and you're Somali and you're drinking. Ramadan is coming up.
And
Stop
you can
drinking.
share.
You're Muslim.
This is Riri.
I thought Muslims were not allowed to drink.
Riri. Stop drinking, Riri. You're Muslim and you're in Wales. So shut the fuck up and fuck off with your dumb ass. And she dropped herself. That wasn't even me, by the way. But she's a Muslim in Wales that drinks every single day, and Ramadan's coming up.
Well,
End of story.
Well, I mean, do you think she's probably going to stop just today, just because you told her that?
No, she's not going to stop. I don't care if she drinks. I just want her to come sober. I don't care if she drinks. I like to drink too.
I know, I'm being smart.
You know, Ramadan is coming up, but she says she's Somali. Got a visa. It's like an Illinois, and you have that problem in America too. So
yeah,
they go to America. They say that bullshit like she's an alcoholic in Wales and she's Somali.
Well, I mean, I think that
nobody cares.
Everyone has.
Look, I drink too, but I still function. Who cares?
She sounds.
Let's move on, guys. Honestly, you don't know her story, so there's no point.
Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on.
Where are we moving to? Where are we relocating?
They have to leave. What my problem is with Israeli is they're too soft. Why are they in the Judea and Samaria? If it was an Arab country, why do you think Morocco became Muslim? or Sudan became, not Sudan, I should say, became Muslim, or Tunisia became Muslim, or Algeria became Muslim, or West Sahara became Muslim, or Somalia became Muslim. Because the Muslims said you're Muslim now, get fucked, and we're done. Jewish people want to act like they're the nicest people in the whole world. Where has that got you? Take Judea and Samaria. Lebanon needs to be Maronite Christian again. We have to support the Maronite people. And then go living. Fuck these people.
But you ask where it's gotten them. Look where it's gotten them. They're like literally like the one. They're like they are the only country in the Middle East that's a first world that's not relying on oil wealth and has to import labor because they can't really do it themselves. They're militarily very tough. I mean they're just an all around functional country with the high standard of living. So. I mean, but they also kind of behave like Western countries. So, I don't know. I mean, if you want to tell them, should they start acting like savages?
Okay, he's rage bait too. You know that he's rage bait.
I'm not angry though.
Because I'm.
God damn it, Riri.
Okay.
So I mean, if they acted like I don't know Iran or a lot of these other fucking countries, they probably wouldn't function very well, to be honest. And they probably wouldn't even have a strong military. So I don't know. I guess it's part of the bargain.
I just want to know where the people that follow Jesus, where are they in that region?
They're in Lebanon. They're in Israel.
Yeah, and how many, like the percentage now compared to let's say.
It's 50%. It's 50% in Lebanon, by the way.
30.
So you saw
38% now.
Like you come from what was traditionally a Catholic country, Lebanon, and
Maronite Catholic.
Yeah. So who were the people that pushed? Lebanon was a nice country. Who pushed them out?
French and the Ottoman Empire.
They're not the ones who pushed you out, though. Who was it that did it?
The Palestinians that started the civil war in Lebanon.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And it's sad because Beirut used to be the Paris of the Middle East.
Beirut used to be so beautiful. You can go to a beach and you can find a woman so sexy and take her to dinner. Now, if you go there, you might get a bomb underneath your bed.
Now it looks like every other Middle Eastern shithole. Really.
Exactly.
That's sad. I want to go there one day because I've heard it's just beautiful.
It's sad. Your people had everything.
David,
they had the beach. They had the culture. They had Christianity. They had everything.
Go to Saram Sheikh instead.
And then the Islam and the Palestinians came and blew it up, literally, in hijacked planes. You know.
But what if I said that? The only solution I think is that everyone should convert to Christianity, and then there would be people.
Amen.
Well, nobody's disagreeing with this, especially with the Islamists. Fuck them. Look, I'm sad that it is. You know how many Islamists were to kill to get independence? Fuck them. So I don't understand why the Jews, they're pretending, or the Catholics in Lebanon or Syria. I don't understand why you guys play games with these people. These people will kill you. Iraq used to be Christian. Afghanistan used to be Buddhist. Tibet used to be Buddhist. I don't understand why you guys think this is a zero-sum game. This is life or death. What the hell am I gonna... Look, I will kill as many Islamists as it takes to keep our people free. And when I die, I'll meet St. Peter, and then I'll speak to him. I'll say, St. Peter, I've been a bad man,
Well,
I killed so-and-so and so-and-so.
The Christians there, and I mean, obviously I wasn't there, but the Christians, it was so much easier for them just to say, bye, we're going to move out of the region, or they could have, I don't know what they could have done, but why were they so quick to just move out of there instead of protecting God's land, I guess?
They were soft. They didn't want to die,
because my grandmother refused to talk about it. When they came to America, I mean, they had to they changed their middle names, became their first names. They assimilated immediately to American culture, and my grandmother never would talk about Like never. It was like it was kind of crazy. So people, you speak Arabic? No.
She was ashamed of leaving. That's why.
Yes. Was it being ashamed of like that, or was it like
she was ashamed that she didn't fight because she would have known people that died for the cause, and she had survivor's guilt. But then you came along and you gave her a reason to live. You know.
But and do you agree that like if we turn like Israel into like a Christian state, which I'm 100% for, put a cross on their flag, all that stuff, bring world peace, Jesus, everybody should love Jesus.
Everybody should love Jesus. I agree.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, and your grandmother had a reason to live because you came along, and then you made her life better. But of course, she had survivor's guilt and everything because she didn't fight for Lebanon. That's why Lebanon is his mess. And look, I go from South Sudan to Australia, but I'll die in South Sudan before any Islamist comes and takes it. That's why we separated and we got divorced. I hate these Islamists with all my heart and soul. Nobody can live in an Islamist country, man or woman that's not a Muslim. Even the Muslims don't want to live in Islamist countries. That's why they go to America, they go to Canada, they go to Australia, they go to London, they go to Finland, they go to everywhere else.
Oh my God, please read the chat.
Nobody cares.
No, read it.
The chat?
Yeah.
What is this?
The one, I'm not reading it out loud. How dare you?
How dare what?
Not you, the chat. I can't even read the username because it's in a different language.
Yeah, they said he called, the Jews called Jesus a thief, a dog, and say he died like a pig.
I've heard like
wait a second.
Like the quotes, but I haven't heard the dog one.
He's Eritrean. Eritrea is like the ball sack. You don't even have internet. Shut the fuck up. Who gives a shit? What this person from Eritrea
Jews hate
says.
Jesus Christ. See, and I hate when we like paint like so it's all Jews, like, or it's all Palestinians. Like, this stuff is so like just, it's dangerous to say. So when you put people into like one group, it's like that's not fair. That's not fair. So all Jews hate Jesus. That's not true.
Well, they don't even believe in Jesus for the most part. So I don't know.
What do they call it? Messianic Jews, or what is it? Pepe, where they believe that
I don't think they're real Jews, though.
Well, that's the holiday.
Like, I don't even see how you can be a Jew and believe in Jesus. It's kind of just.
Wait, I just want to say something. That somebody, I have his IP address. Can somebody please report him to ICE so he can get deported back to Eritrea? Okay? And then he can worship Muhammad all day, every day in Eritrea. I'm going to send his IP address straight to ICE. You're getting deported with your Swigly Alliance, you damn Kusumkum. Go ahead, Ed. Sorry for cutting you off.
Why would an Eritrean not like Jews? Usually they're...
Because they're Muslim, 50% Muslim, really? 50% Christian, yeah. It's a 50-50 country. They're going to have a civil war, and then Eritrea going to split in two. That's why.
The reason I'm asking is there were some Eritreans that went to high school. I went to a Catholic high school, and of course they were Christian. And for some reason I thought they were mostly Christian. I don't know. I guess I was wrong.
It's 50-50 because the Muslim breed like dogs. That's why they say it's the fastest growing religion. Not because they're converted to, because the women have like 12 kids. That's a fact.
Wait, I mean, that's all 50-50. That's like the Arabs people. Well, my family, my grandmother had 9 kids. Like I have 88 first cousins. That's wild.
Yeah, but that's like older generation. Like even the Irish and the European immigrants would shit out kids all the time.
Yeah, I know, but then look at us. Like I only have one. How many do you have?
Well, we have birth control and contraception easily available now, which they kind of didn't.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It's the end of the world as we know it.
That's not. I just seen have many babies, and I think look. The problem
and
is.
I feel fine.
God damn it, make me laugh. But in all seriousness, this is the type of the people that they don't want to live. Most people want to live with each other, you know, and we want to have a good life, no matter what religion there is. But they force us to care about this sort of stuff. Look at this. You know, paper and then I want to take a picture. My parents had their honeymoon in Libya, by the way. In the 90s, they had their honeymoon in Libya.
I'm guessing it was safe then back then.
It was beautiful. They went to Tripoli. They had like samosas. They had nice drinks, cocktails, everything. It was nice. And look what these Islamists did to the Syria. Lebanon. My parents went to Lebanon in 1981. They had a great time. They thought, fuck, this place is beautiful. They went to Israel in 1985. They thought this was fantastic. And then look what the fuck happened after all this shit. I can't even imagine. And I asked my parents, I'll have to find some photos the next time and I'll send it to you guys. They were like the beaches of Tripoli.
Yeah,
it was
I would love
nice.
to see that.
Nothing wrong. Yeah. I'll show you. And it was so beautiful. And now look what has happened. They destroy everything they touch. Nothing. Like, you can't even go there. You can't even trust an airport. And they fucked the whole thing. And that's why I say Egypt is a terrorist shithole, because they have like 100 million people. Israel is good, but I'm not giving up on Lebanon yet. Because when you meet Maronite Catholics, my teacher, this is why I like Lebanese people. When I came to Australia as a kid, I had a teacher called Mr. King. He was a Maronite Catholic from Lebanon. And he was the best teacher I ever had. And ever since then, I've always liked the Lebanese people. And I've never given to this narrative that there's a fucking Islamic shithole. The people of Lebanon, given the chance, will rebuild that country and make it great again, literally. We love these people, they love God. And that's it.
But wasn't there a lot of tension between, like, I remember in the early 2000s between the Lebanese and I guess you could say, like, WASP people, which, are kind of been the main people in Australia?
No,
like,
there's
you had
no
the beach
tension.
riots and all of that shit.
No, that wasn't Lebanese. That was like Turkish people. You're talking about Cornella. That's what you're talking about. In 2006, it had nothing to do with Lebanese, because 2 years later, Joe Albanese got elected as the Deputy Prime Minister of Australia, and he's a Lebanese Maronite Catholic. And we go to Western Sydney, the vast majority of people there are Lebanese Maronite Catholics. And Central Sydney, that's where they're all located. No, that's not true. The people in Australia here, we like them so much that we actually built a second airport right down Western Sydney. That's where most Lebanese live. So if you come to Sydney, Australia, go to Western Sydney and you'll meet all the Maronites. There's about like 1 million people. There's like 1 million Maronite Catholics in Western Sydney. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, it's insane. Absolutely insane. Joe Hockey, our foreign minister to the United States, 6 years ago, was a Maronite Catholic. There's like 1.2 million of them in Western Sydney. So that's why I have such a good impression of them. Every time, if you guys land in Sydney, go to Western Sydney, all you'll meet is Lebanese. Great people.
I'm not gonna lie, I've never met a Lebanese person I do not like. Like, I'm not just saying that. Like,
That's
I'm
a
being
fact.
serious. They're like, I'm proud of that.
It's a fact, because what do Lebanese people do against you? Well, like,
They're nothing, but they're always like end up being collateral damage.
Exactly. That's why we want them to win.
Not really. Like, they kind of remind me of, like, the Jewish diaspora. Like, here in Arizona, even, the biggest grocery chain here was Bashas'. This guy named Eddie Basha was the owner for a while. I forget who the founder was. Maybe it was his grandfather, but in like 1906 or some shit, he founded it. But if you look at a lot of Lebanese Christians, they've done extremely well for themselves, and they're a much smaller community. But even in places like Latin America, they do very well. For whatever reason, I have no idea why that is.
So if they were to relocate the Maronite Catholics, the Lebanese in the region. Could we bring them to America? Would everyone be okay with that?
Can someone else talk besides the same 3 or 4 people that continually talk the last time?
Go ahead, Shlomo. Sorry, bro.
Of course, Shlomo.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so Pepe, in Toronto here, the Lebanese Christian, one family in particular called the Leon, Leon. You can look them up. Leon's store chain are very closely related to the Jewish community, just to let you know. The Maronite.
I love God when this happens. Sorry, you're in the main.
Mama, you're not. Is it
Imagine
me or is he in the Matrix?
Imagine that. He was about to say something about I think you were saying something about the Maronite Catholics.
He was saying the Leon family, and they own like stores, close to the Jewish community.
I love that.
It broke out.
Uh-huh.
Without naming any people here.
Yeah, can you hear us? It's just so crazy how it works in seriousness.
Shlomo. Just don't mention Maronite Christians.
Oh,
and then
he's
your connection will
he's
work.
a Maronite Catholic, isn't he? I knew it.
Yeah.
Shlomo.
Shlomo is like the most Jewish name you can have.
No. Well, what do you mean? He just said Christ is king. I heard him.
Huh? No, I said in Toronto, and there's a close relationship between many Christian Lebanese Maronites and the Jewish community. They have, in one particular case, the Leon family, many Jewish salespeople work in their stores, including a friend of mine who passed away. But I want to point out, without naming anyone here, that I always investigate, and I hesitate, and believe me, if I say something that is stated as not as being fact, and it's actually an opinion, I am definitely willing to be challenged. I try my best to state things as opinion, and if I state it as a fact, it's only because I've researched it. So to state that something is a fact, which you know who I'm talking about, you yourself know, right? If I'm talking about you, it's dangerous to state something as a fact unless you want to challenge yourself or have others challenge you and show the source of your fact and the validity of your fact, that it isn't one-sided, that it's subject to a different viewpoint and other facts that refute it.
I agree.
What did Trump's press secretary said in his first administration? Alternative facts.
Alternative.
First fact, in 1948 to now, which is 77 years, Israel is what it is, a flourishing country that contributes to the world in sciences, in health and medicine, comes to the rescue in people in foreign countries when there's disasters. These are facts. They are truth. They're not, you can't deny them. Okay? It's reality. But facts that those people in Gaza, it's not Gaza, it's Gaza, as Hebrew speakers know, and in Judea and Samaria, especially in Gaza, had the opportunity in these same 77 years. You should ask yourself, why are they hostile and doing the things that they've done, which some of you might want to deny or not even accept willingly? Why aren't they also flourishing society. Why? Because there is no from the hierarchy, the people that are running the so-called government, the leadership of these people do not want peace. They've duped the people into thinking that they want peace, but they don't want peace. They've had every opportunity. And another fact, an absolute fact, in 1948, the area that Lord Balfour and the League of Nations declared would contain a Jewish homeland without specifying the borders was divided at least 75% into the future Palestinian state of Jordan under a Saudi royal family. That's where there is a Palestinian state. It's been there since 1948. And you people don't want to talk about it. You just want that little area that Israel has, which is not even 2% of the area of the whole Arab and Muslim world, to be part of the Muslim world. But you don't realize, if you're an American, it's not Israel that they...
Right. And where'd he go? Did you guys kick him?
No, I didn't kick anybody. I think his connection died. Like everything he said, because it's true. I didn't kick him at all whatsoever. That I'm innocent of. But that's what I was saying at. Like, Jordan is Palestine. And like, if you remove Judea and Samaria from Israel and Northern, it's 9 miles. You can run 9 miles in what? 18 minutes or so, whatever it is. It's not that long.
I'm looking at when it was land of Judea in the map versus what it looks like now, the old one and the new one. I guess over time, like, it's just, there's never been peace there. And
why don't we have peace?
Well, I mean...
Don't you want peace?
Of course.
Good things and not bombings and
of
violence,
course.
You know?
I mean, my family moved here for a reason. Whatever.
Yeah.
And that reason, I mean...
you don't want violence. Violence is...
No, I know, but it pulls at my heartstrings just knowing that, like, I mean, it's God's land.
Look at our friend Jake.
Look how people are treating it. It just makes me so upset that people are treating it that way. Like,
remember our friend Jake from Clubhouse? He went to Israel from London, and he died at the October 7 massacre. He got shot to death.
That's really sad.
His only crime was being Jewish.
I mean,
that's it. He was on Clubhouse with us. Remember him, Anne? He used to come to our rooms and he used to talk.
Probably.
Yeah, the thick accent.
No, that helps.
Yeah. Really deep voice, manly. He was 6'4", handsome. You know? He deserved to have many, many babies, but they killed him because he was Jewish. And Shlomi, remember? He got rescued by the IDF. Yeah. Shlomi took him in.
That's really sad.
Rescued by the... Yeah. And he came home.
I mean, but I don't understand, like, when I hear, I hear Israelis, I've heard Muslims, or, like, Palestinians, how they say they want, these people wiped off, or they want a certain group of people, gone. Like, I can't wrap my head around that, and I can't wrap my head around that. I guess it's just, is it in their Quran, in their Torah? I don't know, where it says that, this is how they're supposed, very tribal, where, the Bible is not like that. God doesn't, Christians would not be we're technically not supposed to intervene in this. from what Scripture is really saying. Like, we're supposed to just pray and not intervene and like let God take care of what's going to happen.
But
like,
then we
I
have
don't understand
intervened.
like
What
how
about
you
the
could.
Crusades? We've
Well,
intervened before.
They have,
We have, yeah. And we had to.
Right. So what happened? What happened in the Middle East here? Then.
But the
Like,
Christians
they just.
always intervene. Like we intervened at the Crusades.
Well,
We
right, but
intervened
like
in
I'm saying, in
the.
this situation now, it's minority Christians over there. So what happened this time? Because I mean, I don't know.
But should the Christian help the Jewish community because the church, the Holy Sepulchre is there?
Well,
in
technically,
Jerusalem?
we're not. Technically, we're supposed to just pray for peace.
But you don't
In our-
want to preserve our holy sites and not let jihadis blow up the church, the Holy Sepulchre, or like
It's not
what?
that I'm
What
not.
do you
It's not
want to
like I.
give
It's
them?
not like I think that like. It's not that I don't see what's going on or whatever, but like as like my faith, like I have to hold on to the fact that like we, like me, I am not supposed to form an opinion. What all I'm supposed to do, me, as like I believe that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, and I will maintain the fact that all I think it should be done is we should need to pray for peace, and that is it. Me.
But we can go to war.
I mean, you can do whatever you want.
But we have to fight these people. We can't just let them take our the Holy Sepulchre, destroy our statues of Moses and our statues of Jesus that are 2,000 years ago. Like, what do you want us to do?
No, what I'm
Just
saying
sit
is,
there
I
and
don't
pray
think
while they kill our people?
me personally, I don't think it's my calling to fight. I'm saying me, I know that I need to just pray. So, like, you know what I mean if you're a Christian. Like, all I know is
I'm
that
Catholic, but Catholics works too. We don't believe in faith alone.
Correct. And
We
all I'm
believe in
supposed to do
faith
in
and
my
love.
heart, all I'm supposed to do is pray.
Okay, you can do that, but I'm gonna fight.
Do you think that I should go out and put boots in the ground? Do you want to see me fight? Exactly.
I think you should have a lovely life.
Exactly.
You're a woman. Have many babies.
Yeah, that's what I'm
teach them the
saying.
truth.
I need to just be praying for peace.
Yep, and your husband needs to give you many monies, take you on vacations. You're a woman. You need to enjoy your life.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. We don't want our women to fight. They should enjoy life and take care of themselves and be beautiful, have children, and not be fat and stay in shape.
Exactly.
That's what we want,
Exactly. I mean, that's why I said all I'm doing, what I'm supposed to do is just pray. Because I mean, look at these women act like they're acting masculine now. It ain't there's nothing like attractive about it. I want to rest in my femininity.
You know, it's a fact. It's like many women think that they don't get men because they get older, they have kids and everything. Frankly, it's because they're masculine and they don't believe in God. And that's really it.
Yeah. I mean, when you ask any feminist or you ask anyone who thinks that they're a woman but they're really not, they like, do you believe in God? And then they're like, they don't. Which I mean that I don't need to push that out. But it's sometimes we like reject God because we know in our gut that what we're doing is shameful. We've all been there. Like we all have been there. No, we're all sinners. And like you have that feeling, and they know. Like I believe that everyone has a gut instinct and knows right from wrong. We can just choose to ignore it for selfish reasons and justify it and like God's so shitty. But like ultimately, just if men and women just stayed in their lane, if we had clean water, I mean, the frogs would stop being gay. I mean, just life would be better.
It's true. And I think like men and stuff, we have our roles and everything, but I think men don't realize you have to give your best to the woman that is, for example, my missus. She's fantastic. I don't do too many things. She can do what she wants, but at the end of the day, I'm home, there's a meal prepared, I spend time with her, she doesn't have to talk to her boss for like 8 hours spending time. The time he does a police, he does the gym, whatever. And every 6 months or so we go on holiday. It works well.
Yeah, that's
And
nice.
I asked her, do you want to work? She was like, yeah, she did it for 2 months and she quit.
Aww.
I said, why'd you quit? She said, I hate this bullshit.
Oh, that was nice of you to say, do you want to work? That's cute.
Because I said, do you really want to do what I do? This is ridiculous, you know? Like,
Aw.
plus, you have to give her the money and stuff to look after her children and cousins and everything else, like an allowance sort of thing. But because she deserves it, and if she divorced me, she does divorce me. God willing, she won because we're both Catholic, and I don't believe in divorce. He doesn't either. So you take that faith. It's a faith thing. I hate the fact that marriage has become a faith thing. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I want her to return. Yeah, you know? It's become like...
Well, yeah, because people are like, oh no, they why get married when they can like just lust and like just do whatever they want. They can go out, they don't have to report to anybody. It's just if they really, I mean, I would like to get married, and I see, I mean, and when they're like these women, I don't need a man. Yeah, we do. Just like how men need women, women need men. So let's stop the cap, okay? Do you think I enjoy the fact that I have to carry every single grocery bag out of the back of my car by myself? I have to take the damn trash out. I have to change light bulbs that I don't even know how to fucking change. I'm 5 foot tall. It becomes a problem. Like, I mean, you name it. There's just certain things that men do better, and they just know, and women do better, and that's okay. I just like men need.
There's
women.
a reason that God created us. We need each other.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things my missus does that I can't do. Honestly, like, I'm so stupid about it.
Why?
And there's things that, because it's like, for an example, I'll give you an example. If multitask, you'd be like, this has to go to healthcare, this has to go here, this has to go anywhere else. But she'll do them all. Oh, it's something to do with my business. They're like, can you remind me to do A, B, and C? I'm just slow at it. I literally can't do it. She knows how to do that no better. You know, she keeps the home as a home. You know, she puts up the nice family photos. She reminds me to take them. There's just, you need a woman's touch. I don't know how to explain it. But you need a woman's touch to make a home a home.
Well, yeah, I said to me, the man builds the home and the woman makes the home, period. And like, men are natural protectors. That's just like in your guys' nature. You're just born to be like protectors of your family, and women are just born to like be nurturers. That's what we know. Like, just, I don't know how it happens, but we are just, that's what it is. And then you go outside of that boundary, and I try to be the protector instead of the nurturer, and like, it doesn't seem right. And then all of a sudden I'm yelling and screaming like Alyssa Milano on social media. But that is not attractive. It's not attractive. Women are like, ah! No, women, be feminine. And men, like, get it together. Wearing dresses now and shit. Oh, I want to be a girl. Come on, man. Get it together. Or the men that are standing behind the women, and the women are like driving the car off the cliff. Like, oh, this is the way to go, honey. Let me drive. And then drive you off the damn cliff. Like, no, men.
No.
This will end humanity if the women take the wheel. Okay, women should never drive. Period.
No, my missus she doesn't even know where to go for dinner. Hell no. So.
Well, yeah, because she's like, I know how to make dinner at home.
Exactly. So, for example, women are a little, us men, we have to take charge. But when your woman tells her, like, son was sick, he's like, we have to go to the hospital. I'm like, look, he's gonna be fine. She's like, we have to go to the hospital. And I know she's, you know, when your woman is serious, you have to do it, you know. Doesn't mean you're being a bait or anything else like that. But we have to reclaim this. This is the problem. You have like, what is it? I think in Australia, 40% of children raised above the. You need both. And probably you have to be financially stable because 80% of divorced because of. It's just the way it is.
Well, absolutely. And that's when the shift happened. Like, I think that was when the biggest shift happened, is when, like, people could not just live on a one income house. It couldn't be a one income household anymore. Like, where, like, women were then, not like forced, like, we wouldn't want to work, but like when women had to, that's like, then the family, like, the nuclear family, that's when it started to fizzle. I mean, it goes like from, women's suffrage to the Me Too, the stages of feminist.
Yeah.
It's progressed very much so, where essentially men fought for women to have all these rights, and like women went out and I'll just keep my thoughts to myself. I don't want the women in the room to hate me.
No, but the thing is, like, the problem is, like, if you can't provide for your woman and your kids, because as a mother, you'll do anything for your children, even leaving you. My brothers don't understand. When a woman has children, she'll do anything, even leave your ass to protect them.
Yeah.
And this is the most important thing they don't get. Like,
well, it's like when men and women are competing against each other. I don't mean in the Olympics. I mean I feel like there's a competition of, like, instead of like just being a team. It's like, I don't need a man. I don't need you to. I can take care of myself. And it's like, why do you have to have that? Why is it that you're proud that you can take care of yourself? Life is so much happier and easier when you have a partner with you. Why do it by yourself? You don't have to do it by yourself. But I can. Yeah, I'm sure that you could if you had to, but why would you want to stress yourself out and age yourself more? I mean, like, it just doesn't make rational sense.
Comedy on the bullshit unless you had to. Like, most people don't leave something unless they literally have to. For example, like I said, your grandparents didn't leave Lebanon until they have to. So I would say that one of the things I tell my brothers, especially that being black pilled or red pilled and stuff, they don't know the beauty of marriage, with children and everything outside that. I tell them, go and ask your crush to hold her hand. Maybe with her and see the way she is. But at the same time, you have to be able to provide. I don't buy this crap that the woman takes 50-50. Because when she's pregnant, she's out 9 months of the year or so. Whatever. Not 9 months. She's probably out like a year and a half, because then you have to recover. And you got postpartum. You get like a year, almost 2 years. Like acting. So make sure you provide everything, you know? You have to have enough money on the side.
Yeah.
If she gets pregnant, she'll have kids. You have to make sure she's okay, because even if you think you go work 5 hours a day, baby is a 24/7 job. Which I understood. I had a baby like one day. I never felt so tired in my entire life. I was like, what the f is this? And then that's when I understood this is beyond ridiculous, you know?
It really is.
It's ridiculous. Like, one day I didn't even sleep for like 30 minutes. So this is bullshit.
Oh, yeah. Right. I can tell you okay, so you know how men like fight for our country, they're in the military, and I'm like, it's my job to pray. Well, I'll tell you this. I will debate and I will knock out on Meta, okay, in the metaverse, every feminist, every time when they push their shit on this app, I am on their head. Like, I know it to be just out of their nature, not because I don't like them, it's just because I know that when they're screaming and there's like spit all over their phone by the time that they're done, they're not happy. They're not happy because they're stressed the fuck out. They're in an element that they're not supposed to be in, and they don't even realize it. Doing things on your own is very stressful, and this trauma dumping and like this coping and Me Too movement of not dealing with trauma just because you have multiple women with you that have been through the same thing, so you don't need to go and like to therapy and fix yourself to live like a happier life. How do you get over that trauma? No, they'd rather just like let it fester and like let it fester inside of them. Like it's eating you from the inside out and people don't even realize it. Like there are moments where like I held on to things for like so long, did not even realize it, how much weight I was carrying on myself because I was just used to it.
It's killing
And then one day I did what I needed to do, fix the problem. I got strong. My relationship with God, I just knew that was like, I knew that I need to be like, my relationship with God was like not at the forefront. And as soon as I like had that like moment, like that's what it is. I don't have God at the forefront. Like all of a sudden one day, I'm not kidding you, can't even like really put it into words how I felt this weight like literally lift off of me. And I was like, it was the most freeing.
You felt like you're floating.
No, I literally had tears running down my face. It was like bittersweet, and I felt like all of these emotions. Like I cannot believe that. Like like how did I get here? Like I didn't even realize I was carrying all this weight and just like putting everything into God's hands. Like I felt so free, and I just want that for the women. Like I don't want these women to like be in misery.
It's true. I told my sister this. I said to her, look, like she was like this radical, hardcore feminist, pronouns, everything else like that. And I told her, look, if you lose about 30 kilos and you look sexy and beautiful, and then you